Sometimes I get the spark of a new workout idea, and it takes a decade to come together, like this one. Started when I saw folks drawn to a simpler type of fitness, like indoor walking. Simple, easy. We could reach a whole new group of people. Something there. And people want fun. That's the holy grail of fitness. Nobody's disputing that the salsa workouts caught on like a spark in the tall grass because it's fun and easy, and you're still burning up calories. For years, I'm watching these trends, and out of the corner of my eye, city folk are finally figuring that the best music to get your feet moving is country music. And that's when this idea made it to my whiteboard. I called it Fit Country. But the idea still needed to cook. A couple years back, my daughter Ava and I discovered a simple line dance called the Cupid Shuffle. It was fun and easy, and it spread through the company like a brush fire. And I realized how the simple repetition could get you sweating without having to bring it or dig deep. Right? It's like walking, but sideways. That's so easy.
Now watch me whip, and watch me nay-nay.
I had a reckless herd of themes looking for the right person to pull them all together. Then I saw a video of an event in Calgary where coaches invited trainer Autumn Calabrese on stage. Turns out she's a big fan of country music and a dancer. Well, I'll be. And that's when all them twinkling ideas came together. 10 years of tending the flame of a new concept so folks could have fun and burn a whole mess of calories. Why, we could even include the simplest way to manage portions so you can enjoy your favorite vittles and still lose the weight. And while this is as far as I can ride, it's not the end of the story. This is just the spark of what's becoming a wildfire. With Autumn and her team in charge, a pretty cool idea called Fit Country just got hotter. This is fun, easy fitness. Saddle up, partners, for country heat. You can feel the change in. The change while you're moving your feet. You can feel the change in the country heat. You can feel the change.
Country Heat is a country music dance program for everybody. If you like music and you like to move your body, you will love Country Heat. It doesn't matter if you can dance. It's not about tricky moves or having to get the steps just right. All you need to do is follow along with us and have fun. This is Country Heat.
I can't be bothered to miss you anymore.
Country Heat is for anyone who likes music and to move. A lot of the songs are popular mainstream country songs that you've heard before, so you can sing along while you're dancing.
I should have said you're right.
I wanted the top hits. I wanted the best country artists. I wanted the music that people were going to love. And it's so fun that you're going to want to get up and do it.
Down home girls in them sexy skin and jeans.
I love the dance moves. I love shaking my hips. I love the body rolls. You don't even need to know how to dance, which is awesome.
The moves are simple, they're easy, they're fun.
Next thing you know, you're covered in sweat. You've burnt the calories for the day.
And speaking of burning calories, Country Heat comes with my portion control container system to make it simple to lose the weight while still eating the food you love. And if you think the containers are simple, so are the dance moves. Giddy up, right slap, left slap on the balls of your feet when you ride it back. Just get up and dance with me, and I promise you, Country Heat will change your body.
You can feel the change in. The change while you're moving your feet. You can feel the change in the country heat.
If you love great music, dancing, and having fun, turn it up to burn it off with Country Heat.
Country heat.
Come on, look how easy this is.
So, hey guys, how is everybody doing? Welcome to your weekly Team Perseverance team call. I wanted to start off with that video just because on the cruise last week, that's a program that's coming out with Autumn, coming out in Summit this summer. It's only a couple months away, but I could say, so living in the Northeast, I was like, wow, a country workout thing. But I see a lot of people excited about this program. Hey, I actually did size. I stretched myself. I did size. I have to see about this one. I don't know about the country thing. It looks fun, but we'll have to see. But a lot of people, since we are throughout the country and country music is very big, and heck, that's what Nashville is really about. It seems like a lot of people are excited about it. So I just want to play that for some people that haven't seen the video, that it's coming out in Summit. So guys, before we get into some announcements and tonight's call topic for any new coaches on here, my name is Dave Atkins. I'm the founding coach of Team Perseverance. We come together each week to do, news, announcements, trainings, and tonight I'm excited about because we did a call topic like this probably like a year ago, and it was such positive feedback. And I always say, Kristen and I driving home from Long Island last night, we're talking about, what the call topic should be. And, I always like to go off the pulse of the team. And just because of this doing something we did a year ago, I said, you know what? I think sharing struggles and how people overcame it is a great topic because people can relate, because people think that we all don't struggle, and we absolutely do. So I thought for Team Perseverance it would be great, which, guys, by the way, we surpassed 1,800 coaches on Team Perseverance as a whole. I mean, it's absolutely, absolutely amazing. I just love seeing the team grow, and things that for some of you that were here when our team was only that 54 coach group, and things that we laid down. I told Kristen, like the roots of our challenge groups will be 30 days, and I want to run them as a team, and let's start our own coach basics. And fast forward to today, we're still doing that. It's still working. Our trainings have been fine-tuned by some unbelievable people like you. People are growing their business. Thousands of people's lives are being touched, and our team is growing by the day. It's just that is what makes me, it makes my heart warm. That's what inspires me when I know that we are directly affecting people's lives positively, physically, emotionally, and financially. It's a game changer. And so many of you guys have come in my life, because of Beachbody. So super excited about that. So a couple of announcements, guys. Number one, most important, Super Saturday / Sunday, wherever you end up going, is less than 2 weeks away. Guys, less than 2 weeks away. So for those that came to our event last time, guys, the event's going to sell out. We are in a different room than we were previously. And the last room, we were busting at the seams, close to 300 people. So I would not wait to a couple days before to get your tickets, because I do not want you not to get there. We're going to do everything in our power to squeeze everybody in if that's the case. But I know there's maximum occupancy with fire hazards. So it comes a point where I don't want to have to shut ticket sales down, but that could happen. So do not wait. For those of you that are wondering, what is Super Saturday? What is that term, even though our event's on Sunday? So Team Beachbody has 5 big events a year, 4 quarterly Super Saturdays or every quarter. And the biggest event of the year is Coach Summit, which is in July in Nashville. That is the event that's in an NFL stadium where last year there was about 25,000 coaches there. And I always say this, and I shared this with one of my coaches last night. I truly believe 100%, because I went through it myself and I've seen many other coaches go through it. You really aren't experiencing or know what coaching is about until you attend a live event, and especially Summit. You really don't know what the opportunity is in front of you until you get to a live event and get to Summit. So right now, in less than 2 weeks, is Super Saturday. They are put on locations throughout the entire country, as well as Puerto Rico and Canada. I know for sure there's a location near you, but I also know it's very easy to make excuses and say, I don't have a babysitter, I have kids' activities, whatever it is, you should be at these events. You got to make it happen, because this could be the switch that flips. So many people said, I can't afford to get to Summit, or I can't afford to maybe get a babysitter. And I'm here to tell you it's a mindset switch, because I'm going to say you can't afford not to go to these events, because when you go to these events, this is when people's light bulbs go off, their business changes, they pick up what this is really about, and the next thing you know, their business turns into an unbelievable income. That's what the shift was for me, Summit 2013. And that also was when I literally had to drag Kristen there to get her to Summit, and fast forwarded today and creating a 6-figure business, and Kristen resigning from her job did not click until we got to a live event. So don't be on the bench on the sidelines watching everybody on the field. Get in the game and get yourself to Super Saturday or Sunday and get yourself on the wait list for Summit if you're not already on there at CoachSummit.com. Next announcement, Country Heat is coming out. I just played that video at Summit this summer 2016. And also next is there is a Beachbody On Demand app for iPhone users. So now you can get the app for Beachbody On Demand. And our last announcement is our challenge group started this week, the third Monday in March. So make sure, guys, the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. I can't say it enough. If you are a coach in a challenge group and you aren't in there posting and engaging and encouraging other people, they also aren't going to feel the need to be posting as well because we as coaches aren't posting. And also, please comment on the new challengers. I hear it, how good it makes people feel when they see people that are encouraging them and supporting them. I know for some of us, it could be repetitive and monotonous and you have 1,000 other things going on, but it's not about you. That's the thing. I always say to myself, it's not about you. And there's going to come a point in life that if everything is about you, you're going to end up facing some adversity and you're going to end up struggling. And many times people stop or they quit because it's got to be bigger than you. This whole business has got to be bigger than you. If you take it off of you and help other people, you will feel twice as good and your business and everything about you as a leader will grow. Okay? Remember, it's not about you. It's about them. Let's help as many people as possible. I say that all the time. So I wanted to go over, I just lost my phone here, the recognition on the weak leg team volume for the leaders this week. These are the people that are building the business because they are leading in their weak leg team volume. I know some people, like I said, this could be confusing what that is. Reach out to your upline diamond, but these are the true business builders that are growing an amazing business. So in the 300 Club, we have Ernie Della Vecchia, Devin Wheaton, Laura Sheridan, Maria Peterson, Darlene Champ, Jessica Armstrong, Tara McGinty, Elizabeth Mangione, Renee Smith, Gregory Armstrong, and Kristen Odell. In the 500 Club, we have Angela McLaughlin, Mike Della Sala, Gina Strecco, Danielle Zito, Michelle Fry, Lindsay Medvin, Shauna Carlucci, Jay Fertiel, Teresa Mai, Kristen Atkins, and Lisa Marr. In the 1,000 Club, we have Jen Holman, Shannon Larice, Jeff Nolson, Kelly Della Vecchia, Tara Richmond, Michelle Della Sala, and Mary Pasilia. The 2,000 Club, Tony Carlucci, Sharice Nolson, Denise Brobson, Elizabeth Botherbrook, and myself in the second CBC. In the 3,000 Club, we have Shauna Carlucci and Stacy Larice. And in the 10,000 Club, myself and my wife, Kristen Atkins. So, guys, amazing, amazing, amazing. If your name was called, you are truly, 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 truly building the business, and that's absolutely, absolutely amazing. So, guys, with that, are there some generic questions or anything from anybody? Anybody? No? Okay, if there's no questions, guys, yes, my wife wants to talk about the term discount coaches that we kind of want to discuss that a little bit. We all know coaches that sign up just for the discount. We have called them discount coaches. Kristen connected with, basically heard it from Janelle Summers, who's a 3-time 15-star diamond. She has 3 business centers that are all 15-star diamonds. So I'm going to let her speak, and let me just answer Diane Rizzo. Do we know when tickets will be released for Summit? Diane, I could tell you that was a question asked today to corporate. We didn't get an answer yet. But I think if you're on the wait list, there's a very good chance you're going to get in. Chrissy, you want to unmute your line and speak?
Hey, guys. How are you? So after listening to Janelle Summers, her wake-up call a couple weeks back, she brought up the fact that she does not use the term discount coach with any of her coaches because she said it kind of puts a stigma right on them from the get-go that they're discount, they don't have to do anything, almost like makes them lazy. And we know that's not necessarily the case. And I know that we've all been discount coaches. I know I was. and there's nothing wrong with it. But sometimes I think the term can just make people think like I'm a discount coach, I really don't have to do anything, or maybe I never will do anything. So we thought that we would change it to make it more appealing, and make it sound like a little bit more of a privilege, because basically they do get to go in all our challenge groups. They do get the discount. They do get to be part of all of our team pages. So it's kind of like they're VIPs. So I thought we can change the term discount coach to VIP coach member. So that way we still have the term coach in there, because I don't want them to think that they're not going to be confused and then they're not going to be a coach. They are going to be a coach, but they're like VIPs, because what they get is exclusive access to all our 30-day online challenge groups, right? They get to have access to that every month, because typically our challenge groups are for new challengers or coaches only, right? They get exclusive access to our private team pages, where they're going to be surrounded by other people who are living healthy and fulfilling lives and on their own health and fitness journeys, just like they are. Some of those people are helping other people do the same. Some are not, and that is totally fine. But they will be surrounded and put into that atmosphere where they can be inspired by other people. And they get the perk of receiving the VIP coaching discount of 25% off their Shakeology monthly and all of their future orders with Beachbody. So it's just kind of a lot in the way that you phrase it to make a difference as to how they start off. So if they're VIPs, coach members starting off, they're going to have probably maybe a better attitude. Maybe we'll get more working coaches right off the bat, or pretty close to it, as opposed to all of us saying, oh my goodness, I have all these discount coaches and they don't want to work the business. Well, of course they don't want to work the business. We didn't invite them to a business. We invited them to get healthy and fit, and that was kind of where we stopped. But if we give them the VIP coach member, it doesn't give them any kind of stigma or label that they're just there for the discount and that's it. This is like they're VIPs, and they can continue their journey with us any way that they see fit. So, use it or not, but going forward, I'm using this with my team, and I know Dave would like to use it with his team. So just wanted to go over that with you guys. Any questions?
Nope. Thanks, babe.
Yep.
And guys, remember, this whole thing back, how can I explain this? Guys, when I was a coach for 2 years and my business was struggling and I was stuck at Diamond and our team wasn't growing, I went on everything on, as I always say, faith over fear. I failed 1,000 times over. I didn't know if saying we should run the challenge group this way was going to work. I didn't know when I sat there one time before Coach Basics and I came up with, I had about 70-something daily assignments for Coach Basics that I came up with single pieces of loose leaf spread all over the floor, trying to put them in chronological order to come up with training for the team, if that was going to work or not. But I just said, you know what? I'm going to take ownership. I'm going to do it because I feel like this is the right thing. And we made adjustments along the way. The same thing with this. Is this going to be picture perfect? Do we think it's definitely going to work? I don't know. But I think based on what Kristen's reasoning is and what Janelle Summers said, I think it has validity to it. And I think we should make the change and do that. Again, we don't know unless you try. And growing as a leader and growing as a team is about making adjustments and not staying where we are. Nobody likes change. I get it. But change leads to a level of mediocrity, and I don't want it. So this is just an example. We are constantly making adjustments. So with that, guys, we're going to get right into tonight's topic, and I asked some of the diamonds on the team to maybe share a recent struggle that they had to deal with, but then after that struggle, how they overcame it. Okay, to let you guys all know, we all have struggles and we all have to try to overcome them. And so many times people hit them and they stop. So I'm going to go. I had a message with a couple of them that were going to speak. This is just a random order. So the first person that came up I have is Maria Peterson. I actually see her. So Maria, if you want to unmute your line, you are first, girl, to share your struggle and how you overcame it.
Crank it out. First, David. Oh. All right. My struggle actually has been relating to my market. I don't know if a lot of you know, I'm the over 50 crowd, and I struggle with relating to people that are over 50 because my mindset, I'm not over 50. I'm always posting my workouts, my crazy, I'm athletic. I'm happy. I'm doing the videos. I'm always showing healthy meals, and my struggle is that I guess I'm not relating to the people that, like most of the world over 50 are not like me. I'm finding that out because I'm getting people who are saying to me, gosh, I can't do that. I'm over 50, my bones ache. God, I'll never look like you. Or, your videos are very intimidating. And when I heard that, oh my God, it just kind of slapped me in the face. So the way I'm going to overcome the struggle is that I'm just going to become more relatable to people in my age group. I'm just going to talk more about struggles of being over 50 that I don't talk about, on my page, the struggles of, my aches and pains. I'm still struggling with my rotator cuff surgery. I still can't lift my arm over my head. I can't do my push-ups like I want to. The aches and pains of being over 50, I don't really talk about that, but I do have them. I think I just need to be more relatable. My hot flashes, my menopause, if I start talking about it, then I'll become more relatable to my over 50 crowd. So I think I just need to be more vulnerable. And that's what I'm going to start doing. That's the way I'm going to overcome this struggle. Being diamond to me was like this rank thing, and I lost it for like a year. And now that I'm diamond again, it's just part of, I'm learning that it's just part of wanting to help people. I'm going to tone down my enthusiasm just a little bit, even though I'm this hyper yellow person that's always out and, want to be happy and crazy. I'm still going to be that, just going to tone it down just a little bit. I think I'm trying too hard to help the people that come to me for help, to help them to become superstars. What I just need to do is to help them to be the best that they can be, not the best that I think they can be.
And I think, I think that's great. And thank you, Maria, for sharing that. Guys, I think what I can relate to what Maria just said is we all will have people that will say, I can't do what you do. I have people that say to me, David, you're already in shape. I can't do it. Or you have people that say, oh, I'm pregnant. I can't do those exercises. But there's pregnant moms that are coaches that are working out like literally up to the day they give birth. So everybody will have that where people saying, I can't do what you do. And it's about overcoming that. And how do you do it? You story tell. And Maria sharing and being more vulnerable can story tell and get right into that. So Maria, thank you. The next one I have, and I'm just randomly going, I have Shauna.
Hey, hi everyone. I guess my most recent struggle was losing my mom. That was back in December. Believe me, since December, I definitely have struggles, but that was definitely the biggest one and definitely the biggest struggle I've had since I became a coach. When that happened, it was the first time in over 2 years that I wasn't inviting people. I wasn't forming people. I wasn't doing personal development. I basically wasn't really doing Beachbody, for quite a few weeks after that, it was very personal time, and I was posting on Facebook, but I wasn't posting like I normally did. My topics tended to shift to what I was feeling at the time. And I said to myself, you know what, I can't quit completely because it's so not what I wanted to do. But I had to stay present on Facebook, but yet that was really, really hard to do also. So I kind of, posted how I was feeling at the time. And then when I decided, you know what, enough is enough. I needed Beachbody to get me out of my funk. Beachbody got me out of my funk when I became a coach. So I knew that Beachbody would help me do it again. But basically what got me out of it was just sharing who I am, sharing how I was feeling, and just being me and getting back on track with inviting and, the 3 vital behaviors. And as soon as I made that first connection with someone that said, you've been inspiring me for a long time now, even with my struggles, they were still seeing me. They were still seeing me as a coach, but they were seeing the difficulties that I was going through at the time. So when I connected with that first person, and I actually told her that she is the one that like helped me, jump back in, because once I connected with her and she bought a challenge pack and joined the challenge group, I knew that, you know what, this is really where I was meant to be. So my advice to everyone is basically, you see us, you think we don't struggle. We definitely struggle. We struggle every single day, but you know what? We know that we're here for a reason, and, we're all here for the same reasons. And, just to help those people that need us is what's important. So just stay consistent, guys. That's all I can say, because I'll just tell you a quick story, because a lot of other people want to talk, but you know how Facebook gives us the on this day, or the, where they give you the flashbacks, what you posted the last couple years? Well, I looked at mine maybe just 2 days ago, and I looked at mine from 2 years ago. And it was a challenge group post. I was posting, letting people know what I'm doing and looking for people to join my challenge group. And I looked, and I maybe had like 4 comments. All right, but I had a few likes. So I clicked to see who liked it. Well, can I tell you that there was one woman who liked my post from 2 years ago that is just started in my challenge group this month. She just started today. So this is someone that I have connected with over 2 years ago, and she just started today. So these people are watching you guys, whether you're struggling or you're not. So just stay consistent, and you'll get out of it.
Shannon, that's awesome. And I remember talking to you about this when you're struggling at the ugly sweater party at Michelle's house. And guys, what I love about this with Shannon's story is, guys, she lost her mom, right? And I remember when Kristen lost her mom, and it can't get much worse than a death of your mother. And the thing is, Shanna was able to face that. She had her personal time, but she stayed consistent, and she got back on the saddle. So life is going to knock you down, and you need just to be able to get yourself back up and plug yourself in. Have your personal time, but you could see we all struggle too. So Shanna, really thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it, and you look great. So thank you. Kristen Smalls, where are you? Is she here? There she is. I'm going to unmute you. Go ahead, girl.
Hi. All right. One of my biggest struggles is something that I deal with on a daily basis, which is with my daughter. For those who don't know, my daughter is autistic. And, when things happen, like when she gets sick. So last week she was home all week. She was sick. And I struggled to find time to work the business, because dealing with her all day is a bit of a challenge. And, when she can't communicate, it's really tough. So last week, my biggest struggle was finding time to work the business, because I was exhausted at night. I have a 6-year-old son that needs my attention too. And how I really overcame it was just saying, enough's enough, and I'm going to do it. So in between time when my daughter had her quiet time, I could give her the iPad or put the television on, then maybe I could get in like 15 minutes. Then when it was time to do something else, we would go to, I would sit with her and spend time with her. Then when she had a moment to herself, okay, I could put in another half hour. And I like to do my power hour all at once. It's just how I am. But I was starting to realize that it just wasn't possible. It wasn't possible to do at that time. So that's a struggle. And I have a 6-year-old son who, struggles with certain things academically that needs my attention. But my advice is, if you really want to do this, just make it happen. I'm targeting a new market as well. And it's a work in progress, but it will get there. And you can't rush the process, pretty much. We're all going to hit times where you're going to feel like you're not going anywhere, but just don't give up. And I always remember my why. Why am I doing this? And my children are the reason that I'm doing this. And so if my daughter has a bad day, then okay, it's a bad day, but there's a new day tomorrow. And that's pretty much it.
There it is. I'm talking.
Sorry.
I love it. I love Shanna's story, your story with what you just shared about with what you have going on with your family. I mean, guys, these are some serious things that can stop people dead in their tracks. And we have leaders on our team right now who are pushing through and making it happen so they can create their life like they never had before. It's amazing. Thank you so much, Kristen.
Anytime.
I am moving on to another amazing story to overcome. I don't know how much harder I can get than that, so I'm going to Kelly Della Vecchia. Where are you, Kelly? There you are. Let me unmute you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hi, guys. So, I think that probably one of my biggest struggles at this stage of the game is being a survivor and, going from completely healthy and so excited as a new coach and hitting diamond to all of a sudden getting hit with cancer and struggling through being diamonds and trying to, maintain my own team page. And now all of a sudden I'm in yet another stage, which is the survivor stage of this all. And, my identity has been messed with a lot. And, being OCD like I am, I tend to be very emotionally driven and I like things a certain way, and things have been anything but, perfect to say the least. So I find that since I'm emotionally driven, I take a lot to heart. And, I feel like I'm finally learning through really putting a lot of time and effort into, growing myself emotionally and growing my soul through personal development, that I'm finding that I can't take it to heart when, somebody who really isn't as active as I'd like them to be in my coach's page is, not participating in the coach's page. And, sometimes I'm posting in my coach's page and I hear crickets, and I think it was a really great post. And, I get disappointed, but I remind myself now that, what? I am trying my best. I'm going to stay consistent. I'm staying the course, and whoever wants to come on this ride with me will come on this ride with me. And everybody else, maybe they'll decide down the road that they want to come on the ride, but I just have to keep moving forward, and I can't let it get to me. And I feel like that's probably my biggest struggle is, letting go of the OCD. It's great in a lot of ways, but, I put a lot of pressure on myself. So that personal development has been huge for me.
I mean, Kelly, come on. You've beat cancer, girl. I always say, guys, she still worked the business. And she had this. I know it's kind of like you're in the survivor stage, but let's not – guys, some of you that weren't coaches back then, she went through this with their chemo and was still there. So I absolutely, absolutely love it. And, Kelly, thank you. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Rock, girl. Moving on to my sister-in-law, Michelle Della Sala. I don't know where she went. Let me find her.
I'm right here.
Okay.
Hello.
Michelle.
What's up, guys? So really, really funny. I was actually one of the speakers on this call last year when we were talking about our struggles. And my biggest struggle, I'm going to share two quick things, was family and not getting support from my family. And I bawled my eyes out. For those of you who don't remember, like, it was really hard because the one group of people that you think you have the most support from is your family, and they were the biggest haters. And this past week, a week ago, I found out, so, we always say, if people don't want to see what we're posting and they have, they're haters and whatever, unfriend us. Like, so be it, whatever. And that it's those people who are really watching you and they say that they're haters, but they look at your posts and everything like that. Well, Shanna and myself had a family member defriend us, and it's a very close family member. And I didn't even realize it. And Shanna brought it to my attention, and I was like, are you effing kidding me? And a year ago, I would have bawled my eyes out. I would have been stressed out. Oh my God, like really, really, really would have hurt me to my core. And I honestly could give two shits, excuse my language. And the reason why, I swear to God, is my personal development. A year ago, I was not consistent with reading it. I was not consistent with building, I was working on my physical business. I was working on, trying to build my business here, but I wasn't working on me emotionally and having that foundation inside of me. And the fact now that I truly does not bother me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm doing this for a reason. Even if I can help that one person, with their goals, it doesn't matter. So struggling with having those family members, those friends those close people to you who are supposed to, even if they don't agree with what you're doing, respect what you're doing, screw them, just stay true to yourself. And so I just wanted to share that because like I said, last year I was crying because my father doesn't support me and he still gives me shit every single day. And you know what? Screw you. I'm going to be on that stage in a couple years. I'm going to be a millionaire and I'm going to be like, hey, you didn't support me and you're not getting any of this money. No, I'm just kidding. I would never do that. But so just, one thing that I wanted to say to that. One of the other big struggles that I wanted to share, and it's honestly been haunting me from the minute I started this business until now, and it kind of comes full circle every couple months, is time management and like organizing your personal life with your family, your coaching life. And then for me, I'm a full-time 5th grade teacher as well. In the beginning of this business, I had my phone on top of me every 5 seconds and I was so excited and I didn't set business hours or anything like that. And it was consuming my life and it was overwhelming me. And I had the talk with the husband and we figured out, how it was going to work for us. And it was great. Or so I thought. And it worked for a while. I would say a couple of weeks ago, my husband and I kind of came to a halt again. He supports me 100% with everything that I do, but he was kind of like, you know what? Not only are you doing your power hour to work your business, but now you're working with your coaches and now you're in AMP and now you're doing this and you're also coaching at school on the side. And it's too much. You're not here with us. So we had to reevaluate and we had to reorganize. And I sat down and I was like, you're right. So I literally needed to be a little bit more time crunchy with the hours that I worked my business. And I have to say, like listening to Eat That Frog was huge for me. And listening to The Miracle Morning for network marketers was absolutely amazing. And it made me realize the potential that I have in the morning to do what I need to do. And then after hours, and it helped myself and my husband restructure our personal life. And it's been the best thing. So definitely get your immediate family on board with you, your spouse, whatever, because that definitely could deter you from where your goals want to be. And everybody, no matter how busy you are, you can make it work for you. So definitely listen to The Miracle Morning for network marketers. It's a huge eye-opener if you're looking for your next book, because it really, truly helped me with the struggle that I was struggling with.
I love it. And thank you, Michelle, guys. And you hear it all the time. So many times a coach is saying, my family is not supportive. They're the harshest. Guys, my family, I said to Kristen last night on the way home, my family, we brought Kristen home from work. We have had amazing things happen with this business, and we still don't get asked about the business. We have other family members that own businesses, and family will ask them what's going on, how's business. We had a story where we have Kristen come home. We've paid off over 6 figures in debt. I plan on retiring from the state police in the very near future, and it doesn't come up. So family are your harshest critics, guys. It's just, and you see how Michelle overcame it. And I just, we all been there. We all struggle. And Michelle, thank you for sharing. That's just amazing. And communication with your spouse is just key. So I have, I think, 2 more people. I think I have G. Marie, and then I think I have Kristen Odell. I know she's at work, so I'm going to go to G. Marie next. Go ahead, G. Marie. You're unmuted.
Hi, guys. My struggle, like Kristen, I have 2 children, a teenage son and an 11-year-old who are very, very active. And I also work full time, and I unfortunately have a father who's been sick and struggling and a sister who's taking care of him, and they live in Brooklyn. So it's a lot of traveling and whatnot. But I had to make the most of my time, and I was very happy to be part of AMP. I worked really, really hard to make it into AMP. For that reason, I knew I needed some new strategies. And I have to say, I wasn't organizing my time. I was having problems I was that person who was writing things here in that notebook and then grab a pad and whatnot. So I bought myself a binder. I keep my checklist in there. I have my calendar. And I have my whiteboard. I did all of those things, to make sure that I was organized and knew who needed my attention. And I like that question, did I win the day? And that really, just even that little question helped me so much, because I found it hard to go to bed at night and say, you know what, I didn't do my reading. So I put my book beside my bed, and I could not shut my eyes if I did not get my personal development reading in. And like Michelle said, that has helped so much, because people do love to hate on you. And it is so important to be able to say, you know what, you can think what you want, but I am feeling good and I am getting healthy and I have people that I'm helping and I love seeing their stories, and that's what motivates me all the time. So, it's just being proof of the product is important. That keeps us going, and the personal development made all the difference, and the organizational tools, and not reinventing the wheel, being able to use a lot of the things that we've already been given, and being able to share that with my coaches has helped them. I'm so excited that I have 2 new Emerald coaches, and I'm very proud of them. And I think just being able to follow and making sure I'm winning the day, is hopefully helping my coaches along as well. And I would say that was my struggle. And now, it'll continue to have to grow. My new struggle is developing that weak leg.
Humor, I love. It's amazing. You said not one struggle. You probably said like 6, and all of them you overcome with AMP. And I will say, Kristen's been very proud of you. She's been telling me all the things you're doing, and you can just see it just with your smile and how you're talking and how great you're doing. And it's amazing. But you're like the personal development, the organization. You said so many things that I know so many coaches on here are struggling with, and you did it. And guys, she is no different than any one of us. So if she could do it, you can do it. So thank you, Jean-Marie. That was awesome.
Thanks, Dave.
I'm going to move on to Mrs. Odell there. Kristen Odell, you there?
I'm here. Hello. How are you? Okay. So a lot of my struggles are very similar to what's been said tonight. But pretty much my main struggle, which might differ from some people's, but is that I struggled with being honest with my journey, because I was afraid of being judged. And some of you may know, but some of you may not know, part of my weight loss story is I've had lap band. And while it was awesome and it really helped me lose some weight, it wasn't the procedure that I thought it was going to be. And it only helped me get to about halfway of my goal weight. And I looked into, something to help me along, and I found Beachbody then. And Beachbody helped me finally lose the last 35 pounds to finally get to goal weight. I truly think that, I needed both together to help me. So it's been a part of my story, but it's been hard for me to tell it because I'm always afraid of someone judging you, because it happened. And I have to say that I've started to become a little bit more verbal about that. And I'm very honest about my journey with my challengers, mostly in private messaging. But it's been hard for me to put that out on Facebook. And I'm just starting to overcome that fear and really feel more comfortable telling that part of my story, because I have started to have a lot of lap band followers who identify with that part of my story. And they're writing me and telling me what an inspiration. And I've had some of them join my challenge groups. And if I can just help one of them have a similar journey to what I'm having, it makes it all worth it, no matter how uncomfortable it might be to tell my story, how scary it is to tell my story. My advice to you is tell the story and be honest, because I'm type A, similar to some of you, and it's hard to show where we might think we have a weakness, or where we might think someone might judge us, or, that we're not perfect. And a lot of people post on their Facebook, everything is so good, all the good stuff. Many people don't post the bad on Facebook, and not they have to post the bad, but just posting that you're real, that you're a real person, really can touch more people than you think. And telling them that story, you could help people that you don't even realize are watching. So my advice is really just to be honest with your story and, work with that. I also struggle with some organization and time management like everybody else. And I have to agree, with Jean Marie, AMP really helped me prioritize my business. I got more done in that month than I did for a couple of months prior to joining AMP. And what it really helped me do is find like what was most important to start working on and give me deadlines to work on those things. And I got them done. It's amazing when you have other people waiting in that group to see what you've done, that you just get it done. And I'm a busy working mom like many of you. And sometimes that means I might go to sleep an hour later than I normally would. But the motivation to AMP and the group that was there really helped me, get some of those things done however I needed to fit it in. And you just make the time for it because it becomes really important to you to not lag behind in the group and make sure you keep up with everybody. So they're wonderful. They're motivating. And finally, one of the other things that I struggle with, was prioritizing my business, like what to do first. I didn't know, should I start a website first? Should I, what should I spend money on for my business? I know it's important to invest in yourself. And I had some money, from the business to invest, but I didn't know what to put it in. And AMP also sort of helped me get a list of like what to do first, come up with a mission statement for your business, come up with your brand, come up with a rally cry, then design a logo. And sort of, it was nice to put in order because I was sort of all over the place on what to do next. So I can't stress the importance of AMP. And one last thing is I got tennis elbow recently, which was very much a struggle for me because I've been super active most of my whole life, never really having an injury and loving Beachbody programs, but it has stopped me from doing 22 minute hardcore, and I have to do more like size and other programs. But my point is that just because I had the injury, and like many of you all who have struggles, I didn't let it stop my business or stop my progress or stop me from the 3 vital behaviors. I'm still, inviting, I'm still, working the program, I'm still doing a program and posting about it. In fact, I did my first video of a workout with my tennis elbow doing, I think it was size or something like that, 22-minute hardcore, but modifying it for my arm. It was the first time I posted a video, and it was just showing people that, even when you're not at 100%, you can still get up and move. I got a big response from that as well. So, we want to, when the day is good, get everything done. But remember, when the day isn't good, still try to get it done and show people that you can overcome the struggles and keep going, because you'll inspire a lot of people. So.
Love it. I love it. I love it. And guys, if you haven't heard, my goodness, how many times have we heard tonight? Really got to get an AMP. Kristen, Jean Marie said it, and Michelle. I mean, guys, AMP is the next level training, and you really want to push for that to be a next time. It's going on right now, and that's awesome. And thank you for sharing about relating and being vulnerable. And that is the hardest thing. But guys, let me tell you, there's a lot of white noise on social media with Beachbody coaches, a lot. Like 22-minute hardcore came out, everybody's posting about 22-minute hardcore. But if you can weave in your story of how you're able to get it done as a busy mom, that maybe like Kristen's a nurse or whatever it is, or be able to modify, or that way, that's where people relate. Facts tell, stories sell. Facts tell, stories sell. The fact is 22-minute hardcore was released. The story of you and how you can still get it done, that's what sells. If you guys look at my post last night, guys, on vacation up until this weekend, I ate like a slob. Like, it was horrendous. Like I felt so bloated last night, like a slob. I'll admit it. And I'm sitting there going, you know what? I'm just going to post about it. I struggle too, and I know guys will probably bust my chops at work. But I got messages private, like people like, well, you really struggle? Like, yeah, I do. And speak to my family or see how I eat. I know that some people on here see it. My sister-in-law, Michelle, damn knows what I can do to white cake and white frosting, so I could totally share it. But when you share your story, you're relatable. People don't think you're a machine, a robot, and that's what helps grow your business. That's a big switch you need to flip. I was going to just post that. So totally, that's the truth, guys. So Kristen, thank you so much. And everybody on here, thank you so much for sharing your struggles. Are there any other diamonds on here? And the reason I chose the diamonds is because everybody thinks, oh, they're at that level, they don't struggle. Does my wife, Kristen, want to say anything? Baby, want to say anything?
All right, keeping it real, Kristen. I don't struggle, ever.
Yeah.
I actually was thinking about this call, and I was struggling thinking about all my struggles, and I'm like, I don't even know which one I would talk about. But I think for me, to keep it relevant to where I am in my business now, I mean, I've had numerous struggles from the beginning. A lot of them had to do with time management and trying to work, have 2 jobs and 3 kids and activities. That was always a struggle for me. And I realized once I left my job in September that I was actually more efficient when I was working full time with my Beachbody business, because I had less time to get things done. So I was more efficient. So now coming home, and I send the kids off to school in the morning, and I come home and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll make a sandwich. And, I was losing track of a routine. I was not in any type of routine. And believe it or not, it took me from September to about January to get in some sort of groove. And I really struggled with that. And so many people I had talked to, I had reached out to a lot of people who had left their jobs to be full-time coaches, and they all struggled. And then some of them said, I think it was Tommy Migrant, Dave, that maybe said it took him a good year to get situated before he got into a little bit of a routine. So I think that the biggest thing that has helped me with that is creating lists. And I was talking to a couple of my coaches the other day about this, is creating like a master list of what you need to get done in a week. I love Mondays now, just so you know. Like when everybody leaves on Monday morning, I'm like, okay, it's time to get to work. So what I have a list of everything I need to get done. Beachbody, life, kids, food shopping, like everything. And I think it might have been maybe Melanie Mitro at the New Leader Conference that I went to that said she does this. And she basically, you take your master list and you break it up over the course of the week. And I got this, I have to finish filling it out, but I got this really handy dandy little Monday through Sunday board when we did AMP, my first AMP. And I break down the things that I have to get done each day in order of priority. So I'm not completely overwhelmed with like a list of 20 things to do every single day. And it still goes back to that theory of saying at the end of the day, did I win the day? If you get the top 3 things done every single day that you needed to get done for that day, then you won the day. And again, you have to ask yourself if those tasks are actually driving your business, or are they slowing you down, or those time suckers. So I really had to work on looking at my master list, saying, okay, what's really important to get done on Monday that, once I get it done, I'm going to feel like, okay, cool. I don't know about you guys, but checking off lists or crossing things off is such an amazing feeling. So I like to just get my eraser and I erase it until like it's all clear. So that's kind of how I've worked myself into getting into a little bit of a routine. And I also give myself blocks of time where I say when I get home in the morning, if I have to run an errand, it's always after I drop Addie off at school, but I have to be sitting at my desk in my office by 10 a.m. I usually listen to my personal development after I drop Addie off, and I usually have it on my phone, walking into the house, cleaning up the kitchen, still listening, and I'm looking at the time going, 10 o'clock, you got to be in the office. So that's kind of how I have to do it. I have to do it in chunks of time. And I have those lists, that master list, and then I break that master list up into the days of the week. So that's kind of how I've worked through my routine. And every day is a little different, depending on what I need to do. And the other thing that I really struggled with was I found when I was home, I was putting a lot more time into trying to do team stuff than I was building my own business. And I had spoke to a few people in corporate asking for advice, and they said 80% of your day needs to be growing your business, and only 20% of your day should be working with your team and on your team. And that was hard for me because I was thinking, I gotta be there for my team. I gotta do this all for my team. And you really have to continue growing your own business so you have a team to grow. So that was another shift for me too, that I had to really say, okay, you need to stop doing this and really start inviting and talking to new people, which was a whole nother struggle, but we'll get into that another time.
So, Guy, thank you, babe. So, guys, I wanna say this because you just heard from a lot of leaders on many different struggles, and some of you may have started saying, "Oh my God, I don't do this, or I don't do that, or I don't have a team yet." I want you to remember this: work with what you have, and what you have is plenty. And write that down if you need to. Work with what you have, and what you have is plenty. What I mean by that, I don't care if you're a coach for a week, or you are an emerald, ruby, or diamond coach. What you have in front of you right now to be successful in this business is plenty. Take ownership of what you have in front of you. Own it, and that will take you to the next level. Okay? You cannot get to the next level until you master the level that you are. And I had a hard time dealing with that, thinking I should be a diamond. I should be a star diamond. I should be an elite coach. It really, the hardest one was for me when I thought I should be a diamond early on. I realized until I got to diamond, I didn't deserve to be at diamond. And I always thought I had to be doing more. No, what you have in front of you is work with that, and what you have is plenty. So I just wanted to finish with that because I don't want people to start thinking they need to be doing 1,000 different things, or Kristen, everybody's got to be home full time. No, what you have with where you are right now and work with that is plenty. So are there any general questions? Otherwise, we're going to wrap up. For anybody on anything? Guys, anything? We have a lot of leaders on tonight, a lot of very successful coaches. These people here are the top of our team that spoke tonight, and I know there's a lot of words of wisdom and insight that can be given back by all these awesome people. Anybody? Any questions? No questions? All right, guys, so if there's no questions, make sure you get your Super Saturday, Super Sunday tickets. Have a great week in your challenge group. And if not, I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you all, and bye-bye.